I don't know, they're busy.
Conceptual art. This is art.
Yeah.
It's a concept.
They do.
Yeah, well, that's, the Brooklyn Bridge is art. The Sistine ceiling is art. The Egyptian pyramids are art.
There's something about streets.
Yes.
So
Streets
they
are
would have a
art.
page of photographs of your art,
That's it.
and there would be no commentary.
No.
Would there be an intro page that says
No,
the
just
following?
the cave-scene paintings of Salvatore Casa, period.
What magazine is it?
Art and, I forget, Art and Antiques or whatever it is.
Okay.
I subscribe to
If
this.
it's art and antiques, it's a
It
second-rate.
deals with art of all the different painters, 19th century, 18th century, 20th century, but I'll do it, but no words.
His brought some sunglasses at the yard sale.
Is he doing?
What do words do? That takes away from the painting, or does it?
No, I mean,
It's does.
you're looking at that piece, that picture there, right? You see the wood holding up the roof?
Yes.
All right. So what are you going to say about it? The aesthetic quality of the Y shape hole? That's all on it. There it is. You like it or you don't like it,
I see.
right? Or you
Yeah.
understand it or don't
Right.
understand it.
I got it.
Why do you need 15,000 words to describe something that's visual?
You don't.
Everybody
Got it.
interprets it their own way anyway.
I got
Their
it.
own words in their head.
Because that's all you see when you open up. A lot of commentary everywhere. You see that,
Well, yeah, I mean, you know,
but it's
like
not necessary.
His conceptual artist, right?
Yes.
You get one like Baldessari or whatever, you start reading about him, and there's all this double talk about the glorious meaning of this passage of color, or that's all a lot of double talk. Really?
Art can be more radical than you can make it.
I
you're
can't make
using
art.
A standard.
I can't make art because the best paintings were made in the 19th century as paintings. There, I went to a show in Germany when my son was over there at school, and it happened to be a watercolor show.
Okay.
Done in the 19th century. These watercolors, where the paper was stretched on, like the canvas is stretched on a stretcher bar, and they were painted, and then they were varnished. So when you looked at the painting, it looked just like an oil painting. It was incredible, the technique and the way they could draw and stuff.
Right.
You never see those. They're hidden away in museums or basements. You know Raphael? Okay.
Yeah.
He did a series of drawings of women and dogs
Okay.
having sex.
Having
Right?
sex. Oh, I
Yeah.
never saw that.
The Vatican has a collection of them,
Huh.
and I think the Metropolitan has them, but they can't exhibit them.
Huh.
You know, the police would come in and lock the door.
Yeah.
I mean, so it's
Huh. I think I've seen some
Conceptual
with
art.
ducks.
well, whatever. But conceptual art is you could take a chair like Duchamp. You know Duchamp?
Sure.
He took the urinal and they made it a piece of art. They put it on exhibit. He put
In the toilet seat.
a urinal where you urinate, not the toilet seat,
Yeah.
the urinal. And then he took a coffee grinder, you know, the old coffee grinder, and he took it apart. And so, to me, that's not art, right? It's like Andy Warhol going out and getting the Brillo pants, boxes, and reproducing them. Oh, he's a great artist. He's a great nothing. Andy asshole. I mean, I can do that.
Campbell soup can.
Yeah,
didn't.
there you go. Well, of course
didn't,
I did.
and I didn't either.
I'm not interested in it. I don't think it's.
I'm not.
It's just junk.
Andy Warhol isn't really a major.
Well,
Somebody that's
if you
studied.
read the art books, he is. Oh, this incredible revelation.
but conceptual art will continue this.
Of course it'll continue, as long as you have art galleries and art magazines, like the guy said,
Yeah, the
when-
magazines are changing.
when all the stars
I
are gone,
have.
when all the stars are gone, Rembrandt, Velasquez, Michelangelo, for you, if you've got a gallery, you've got to put something in it that's art, so you get someone else to become a great artist.
Well,
It's all junk, and if you face it that way, then you're all right. Garbage. When you start paying $12 million or $15 million for
you know,
paintings,
when I was down in Venice, one of my neighbors, Chris, Jesus, Chris, he shot himself. He had a friend come and shoot himself.
yeah, I know. The guy leaves on the floor. They pour gas and then they light it, and it comes and burns
Yeah.
them up. I mean,
There's, but certainly the discussion about that kind of art is much more
Fine.
useful
I'll
than what
discuss
you're
it.
talking about. We
No.
know those artists from years ago are great and all.
I'm not
Yeah,
talking about this.
but
Discuss it, but don't call it art.
Make it alive. Make it.
I
Where
don't
is
wanna
the
argue
change?
with you.
Like, it's like Brazil burning down their thing, their.
Well, this has been interesting about art. I learned more about art today than I.
You haven't heard anything
Well, we sure heard you.
yet. This guy, Chris Burton, I think he's one of the most important artists.
Best artist in the world.
Yeah. Well,
Of course he is.
he's dead now.
Well, he was.
But, yeah. His work is up there with the biggies, like some people like you mentioned. You know, you gotta wonder why. And I wonder why. And I find it interesting, just wondering why.
That's a conception.
One piece he did was he stuck his leg, and he got under a car, and stuck his legs out into the street. And that was
He
his piece.
pretended he was a
And
mechanic,
then at night,
fixing a car.
kinda, yeah.
I was in New York and I went to an exhibit, and one room was wallpapered with all heads of cows.
Oh, that was Andy Warhol.
And the other room, you opened the door and it was filled with balloons. So you walk, you just had to,
Part of
you walk like filling this whole room with balloons. And
Okay.
then you walk in. That's conceptual art.
Oh, kinda. You find that a problem? I think that's fascinating to do.
I don't think,
I've
I
never
think it's
seen
a
it.
waste of space. That's what I think.
I think that's a great idea to fill.
But that's all I have to say.
Let's put it this way. There's a reason they put hot air in balloons.
Yeah.
So they rise and fly away.
You only do that in the wintertime.
I gotta go to the yard sale, and the only thing to make me sane is to buy something good. Find a treasure.
Do you ever
I wish I
find
had
little
that.
golden books when you go to the art sale?
Golden books.
Occasionally.
Sometimes. But I don't see a lot of them. Well,
If they're 25 cents on them, you should buy them.
okay,
The early ones, yeah.
okay. Well, how early?
They're 25 cents.
Oh, if they're 25 cents.
If they were, when they were came out, they sold to 20, so they're very early,
Okay.
you know.
25 cents for the golden books.
That's, well, no,
That's the
you
old
probably pay a buck for
60s or
them, yeah.
50s or 60s. Something
Yeah.
like that.
Now, talking about
I
skill,
want to find a bunch of those little books.
Big little books.
Big little books.
Yeah, those things.
I haven't had, I used to get, you know, I could get them consistently.
But those things are, they're made out of newsprint. They fall
Yeah,
apart.
yeah, but I've had some in good
Yeah.
shape.
Jesus.
that,
Not for a while.
that's the question I have. How do you find something
volume.
that's
but
valuable
I'd always find it,
and turn it over.
There's no
You
big
turn
deal
it
about
over?
Yeah,
What do you mean turn it over?
buy it for one price and sell it for another and make money.
Oh.
And buy a
That
good
takes
steak.
an eye.
I'd like to buy a good steak.
That's a skill.
Or handle one like I
I'm
did
going,
sometime
I gotta get
above.
my coffee.
That was actually a pretty good.
If I don't see you tomorrow, 8 o'clock Tuesday, right?
That's a good thing.